Hi there. Thanks for joining me today. So today we're going to do a very quick, fun project. Fun, I don't know, that's subjective, I guess, but to me it's fun. I don't have a lot of time. So I try to make these little projects of organizing and zhuzhing very quick so they're bite-sized, so that they're manageable and sustainable, so I can do them on the regular, so that my house does not become out of control. So today we're going to do this countertop here, this little coffee beverage area. Ever since we got this new Nespresso coffee maker, it came over Christmas, but I've been living with this kind of hectic version with the Keurig and the Nespresso and the toaster oven and the bread basket all together on this counter. It's overworked and it looks like it. So I want to make it a little prettier, a little more grounded, and a little bit more to my liking so it feels less chaotic and a little bit prettier. So we're going to tackle that project, and then I'm also going to just go right below that to the snack drawer. The snack drawer is a weekly, maybe twice a month project that I got to quickly go in, manage, and get out. So I'm going to set a timer for 5 minutes for each of these projects because I think they're really simple, really manageable, and I hope this inspires you to take on a few quick little projects too and get them done and feel better. Every time you walk by or every time you pull open that drawer, you know it's done and it's off the list. So let's get started. This cluttered area behind me, which is actually not cluttered as much as it is funky looking. It looks out of sorts. It has too many coffee makers, coffee boxes, some bread in a bowl that doesn't look great. It just doesn't look good. It looks cold. There's too much black. There's too much hard surfaces between the counter, the backsplash, the cold of this toaster oven. It just doesn't feel very good over here. I want to walk over to this coffee bar and be like, ooh, what am I going to have? What's the barista making me today? And it doesn't feel like that. It looks bad. It looks like somebody just dumped a bunch of stuff over here and walked away. So I want to just zhuzh it a little bit and make it look better. So zhuzhing that, fixing up the snack drawer, those are the two projects that I'm going to do here. 5 minutes for the coffee bar zhuzh and 5 minutes for the snack drawer. So we're going to start with 5 minutes on the coffee bar. And here we go. 5-minute timer is started. Okay, so first thing I need to put these in some kind of a container. These are not cute sitting here. And these also need to be grounded in a way that connects them and sets them on some kind of a containment visually. So let's see what we can find. I'm going to go grab a couple things for those two missions. I'll be right back. Okay, so I found this little basket. I think this basket would be cute. Put the espresso pods in and the coffee pods in. So we're going to use this to contain those guys and get rid of these. Okay, there's one upgrade for sure. And now I'm going to figure out something to put. This needs to be contained in some way. So let me see what I got for that. So I found this tray. I think this tray is a good option to put everything on top of. Let's see how that works. Oh, okay, well, it's not quite deep enough. Oh, yes it is. Here we go. We got this one in there. This one in here. That looks good. What do you think? That feels a little better. Uh-oh, 1 minute. But we still don't have the Keurig squared away. So we got to put the Keurig. I'm going to try something else. This wasn't quite big enough. Okay, what about this guy? Okay, this guy's big. Big cutting board. Let's see, we can put those two there. Okay. Then we can put the Keurig on top of that end. And then That grounds it in a way that looks a lot better. And then we've got that. I love it. What do you think? And we have 40 seconds left. Oh, bread. So this bread, well, I'm getting Costco here shortly, so I'm gonna leave this here. I do need to add a little bit more warmth over there. So I'm gonna borrow this cutting board and put it here for now, just to give it a little bit more warmth. This feels a little bit better. Feels like it's a little bit less cold, a little bit more organized, and overall, I think it looks better. And we're out of time. Okay, so now I've got 5 minutes to do the snack drawer. I mean, that's a big change for 5 minutes. I'm pretty happy with that. That looks good. It would benefit from like some greenery or some kind of plant, but I don't know. It would be too cluttered if I added anything else. So this kind of buttons it up and gives a context and a containment for all the coffee, and a little bit less of the cold background, the cold backsplash with the cutting board. So I'm kind of happy with that. So I think that looks really nice and is an improvement for sure. Not perfect. There's a lot happening here. This counter is really overworked in my opinion, but it is better than it was, and it feels a lot more grounded and contained and organized. So that makes me happy. Okay, now moving on to the snack drawer. Open this thing up. This is always a mess. Kids put the stuff in here and it just is a giant mess. Okay, so I'm gonna put 5 minutes on that timer, and I'm going to see what we can do here. Okay, 5 minutes on the clock, starting now. Okay, wow. So we have a box that's completely empty. That's helpful. Oh, and 2 boxes that are completely empty. That's really not helpful. Some of these yogurt smoothies, get rid of that other box now. We're gonna take this seaweed and move it out for a second. See what kind of space we can create with all this extra stuff. So I love to take lids off of boxes. Makes grabbing the contents much easier, and the box is its own container and organizer. So it looks good and is easy to grab, and the kids can see when it's empty and when we need to reorder more. Okay, so these are backyard barbecue sunflower seeds, and nobody's touched them and nobody wants these, so I'm gonna get rid of those. Some beef jerky. This is a container of things that they don't like, because these have been here forever. Get rid of some weird gummy things. Protein bar I'm gonna keep. Apple bar they like. They can't even see all the things that are in here because they do like these, but they won't eat them because they can't see them. So anyway, I'm gonna take out all this stuff because I know they don't like it. Get rid of that. Since I don't have that much time, I'll clean all this stuff up later. So here is a backup. Oh, here we go. Let's see, I'm gonna put the bars in here. Extra Go Squeezy apple sauces can go there. And I'm just gonna put these here. I'm gonna dump all the bars that are in packages into this basket. That way we don't have to use these boxes. They just get emptied and left in here. Seaweed I'm going to organize, put in a nice dedicated area back here, I think. That works. Pull that forward. Everything can fit so nicely if it's just kind of set. Everything can fit nicely if it's just put, taken out of its container and stacked. Okay, so we're pretty good there. Okay, let's take out, oh, these peanut butter and jelly bars, Trader Joe's. Kids like these. So, put these in the stack. Okay, Z-bars. It's our time, 1 minute. Okay, I'm almost done. That is much better. I've got Costco coming real soon, so this is going to be just what we need to create space for the next batch of food that is incoming here this afternoon. Shout out to Costco Instacart. This is where I always get all these. This is where I always get my food for the kids because I don't have time to go to Costco usually because my days are very full. But the Costco Instacart makes it very easy for people like me to order it, have it delivered, and there's my timer. So we did it. So look at the finished product. All nice and organized, ready for the next round of snacks to be installed in here. But you know, like I said, take the lids off the packages. They can have their own organization built in with that. They can grab it and go. That was another example of the taking the lid off. This one, I don't know if they're going to be eating that one right now. I think not because they haven't touched it. So I'm going to leave that one closed for now. Let them enjoy these bars for the meantime until the interest in the Cliff Bars comes back. So you know, if you have kids, they like something so much one day and say, get more of it. And then you get more of it and they want nothing to do with it. So it will come back around. They'll start liking those Cliff Bars again. But for now, I'm just going to leave them closed because they're not something that's a hot ticket. So that is my little clutter management strategy where I just take a little bit of time each day to tackle a small area. Today it was the countertop, getting that kind of zhuzhed and look better. And then that little snack drawer is set and in a better place. So now I can have Costco delivered and fill it back up again. So thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video.